Hello everyone, Carson here, and in this video, I'm gonna be solving Wordle number 1306 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for January 15th, 2025. So let's get this video started with Wordle number 1306. I'm gonna start with the word speak. Alright, got the A yellow and K green. So I've placed K as the last letter. And I also know that A is another letter which goes somewhere else in this word. So this word should be A and K ending, a CK ending, or it could be LK ending. An example is cork. But I feel like oh, it could also be RK ending. So yeah, lots of options here to go with. But I feel like the most likely will be either CK or NK. Let's try track and see what happens. Okay, it is ACK ending. But what are the first two letters? Could it be another vowel? I mean, if we're talking about double consonants, then Oh, but there's still L. So it could be whack, or it could be black. Could be flack. Is flack a word? Okay, if we're not talking about double consonants, then we have quack. So we have at least three options to go with. We've got whack, black, and quack. Definitely don't want to use the Q if we're talking about elimination strategies. I actually do want to try an elimination strategy and see what whether that helps or not. Hmm. Yeah, I feel like those are the only three options, and okay. Best case scenario with well, if I use an elimination strategy for the next guess, best case scenario, I'm gonna get it in 4 tries. But if not, best case scenario, 3rd try. Worst case scenario, 5th try. And I feel like that's completely fine. So I'm gonna try black. If that is not it, then whack, lastly quack. Okay, it's not black. Damn it. Is it whack or is it quack? I feel like they're equally likely because both the Q and W are not that commonly used. Could it be quack? My sixth sense is telling me quack. But at the same time, whack is also quite possible. Let's try quack. No! Oh, it's not even whack. Oh, no. I should have used the elimination strategy. Now I'm in danger. Oh, no. Is this something like that? Oh, dear. I should have used the elimination strategy. Certainly did not expect there to be so many options available. Oh, good. Alright. Oh, finally. Phew. Got it in 6 tries on my last attempt. Alright. Luckily, I did not fail. I'm actually not sure how many words other than neck I can form. Um, yeah. Just did not consider the double consonant KN. So yeah, a perfect example of why you should use the elimination strategy. Completely underestimated it. So yeah. Unfortunately, all of these 4 guesses from the second guess to the 5th guess, even though I've already got ACK placed, the first 2 letters are incorrect. So finally got there in 6 tries. Luckily, I did not fail. Otherwise, I would have ended my streak, but we'll keep it going. We'll keep it strong. So yeah. Anyway, this is Wordle number 1306. I got today's Wordle answer, knack, in 6 tries. This is Wordle. Well, I think I said it already. Number 1306. So let's now move on to New York Times Sudoku. Again, today is January 15th, 2025. Let's start the hard difficulty Sudoku for today. These force the digit 4 into one of these two cells in block 5. These ones force the digit 1 into one of these two cells in block 6. Okay, these 9s force the digit 9 into one of these two cells in block 4 and into one of these two cells in block 8. Okay, these 7s point down and this cell sees another 7. This 7 points left and this 7 points up. So in block 2, the digit 7 is forced into row 1. Okay, these 8s point up and this cell sees another 8. These 6s, they point down. Okay, I think that I see is in row 8. In row 8, the digits 6 is missing. This cell sees 6, this cell sees 6, and this cell also sees 6. So in row 8, the digit 6 is forced into one of these two cells for the row. And because 6 is guaranteed into one of these two cells, no other open cells in block 9 can contain a 6. Because 6s are either here or here. So that eliminates 6s from all other open cells in block 9. Hmm. Okay, these 5s point up. Hmm. You know, this is looking at the pattern and the how the digits line up. It's really not easy, as you can see. Um, okay, I'm gonna have to fill out some rows or columns because I don't really see any pairs or triples to go with. So in row 8, the missing digits are 1, 2, 4, 6, and 7. And this cell sees 4 of the digits. Okay, so this cell must be a 1. That's how you place digits in puzzles with difficulty like these. Okay, so for easier explanation, I'm gonna do it in this method. But of course, if you want to place a digit like this, you look at some more restricted rows or columns, and you'll eventually find out. Or you can try to kind of spot any cell that sees many digits. So for example, this cell sees 2, sees 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So the only digit that the cell can contain is 1, so I have to put a 1 into this cell. In Sudoku, we cannot leave cells empty, so in order to avoid empty cells, I must make this a 1, Because again, it literally cannot contain 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So it can only be a 1. If I don't make the cell a 1, then the cell would end up being empty and I'll break the Sudoku puzzle. So to avoid that, I must make this a 1. So yeah, a naked single, because it sees every other digit. The only digit that can go into this cell is 1. So I have to make this a 1. And then these ones points left. And these ones points up. This cell sees another 1. Alright, now let's keep looking at row 8. The missing digits are 2, 4, 6, and 7. This cell sees 4, 6, and 7, so it must be a 2. Because 4, 6, and 7, well, it's actually the same concept, but after I place this one, this cell sees 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, so it must be a 2, leaving behind a 4, 6, 7 triple. This cell sees a 6, so it's 4 or 7. This cell sees 4, so it's 6 or 7. This cell sees 7, so it's 4 or 6. Apart from 6 and 9, the other missing digits of block 8 are 3 and 8. Let's still mark that down. Alright. But we know that 9s go up here and 6s go over here. Hmm. Okay, these 2s point up. Okay, these 2s point right, and this cell sees another 2. So in block 9, the digit 2 is forced into this cell, and 2 in block 6 goes into one of these 2 cells. Now this 2 removed one of the 2 possibilities for 7, so I can immediately make the only other cell which has a marking of 7, which is this cell. Of course, supported by these 7s, which do indeed force 7 into this cell. Then I can complete row 8 by placing the other missing digits, 4 and 6. Alright. Decent progress, I would say. Now, this 6 points right, and this 6 that I just placed points up. So in block 3, the digit 6 is forced into this cell, and then all of these 6s force the digit 6 into this cell in block 6. These 6s point left, and we've got 6 in one of these 4 cells, I guess, which I'm not going to mark, but I'll just keep in mind. Alright, after I place this 6, this 9 points up to force the digit 9 into this cell in block 3. Alright, and then the missing digits of block 3 are 3 and 5. This 3-5 pair makes the other 2 open cells in column 9 a 2-8 pair. But this cell sees... Oh wait, sorry, it's not 8. I've already got 8 in the column. So it should be a 2-4 pair. 3-5 makes these 2 cells contain 2 and 4. And down here in block 9, the missing digits are 4, 5, and 8. 4 is forced into this cell, leaving a 5-8 pair behind. In column 8, 3, 5, and 8 are the missing digits. This cell sees a 5, so it's only 3 or 8. Okay, in column 7, the missing digits are 1, 5, 8, and 9. This cell sees 1, 5, and 8. So 1, 5, and 8 go into the other 3 cells, making this a 9. Of course, you can double check at any time by using this method. This cell sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So indeed, it can only be a 9 because it sees every other digit. 9 is the only possible digit which goes into this cell, so I must make this a 9. Again, leaving behind a 158 triple in this column. This cell sees a 5. Okay, another thing that I see is that in row 6, 4 is a missing digit. So 4 has to go somewhere in this row, but this cell sees 4, this cell sees 4, this cell sees 4, and this cell also sees another 4. So in row 6, the digit 4 is forced into this cell. And then all of these 4s force the digit 4 into this cell in block 1. So we've only got these 4s left. And in row 6, the missing digits are 1, 3, 8, and 9. This cell sees 8 and 9, so it's 1 or 3 only. And 9 actually has to go into this cell because all other open cells in this row see another 9. So in row 6, the digit 9 is forced into this cell. And then 9 in block 8 is forced into this cell. And then all of these 9s force the digit 9 into this cell in block 2. Again, 9 in block 4 is forced into this cell. Sorry. Okay, yeah. Okay, all 9s are placed. Nice. And in column 5, 1, 3, and 8 are the missing digits. This cell sees an 8. Hmm. Oh, okay, so this 2 points up and this 2 points left. So 2, the digit 2 in block 1 goes into one of these 3 cells. And it joins the 2 joins the 6 and 8 to form a 2, 6, 8 triple. So these 3 cells um, form a 2, 2, 6, 8 triple. Why? Because in block 1, the digits 2, 6, and 8 are missing. These 2 6s and 8s force these 3 digits into these 3 cells only. So in order to fit 2, 6, and 8 into block 1, I have to make these 3 cells reserved for 2, 6, and 8. Because these 3 cells are the only 3 cells in which these 3 digits can go into. In order to fit these 3 digits, 2, 6, and 8 into block 1, I have to make these 3 cells reserved for 2, 6, and 8. So in block 1, this 2, 6, 8 triple eliminates all other digits from these 3 cells. Yeah, it's basically that this 2, 6, 8 triple makes the other 4 open cells in block 1 contain 1, 3, 5, and 7. But there is actually an impact, because this cell sees 1, and 1 definitely cannot go into the 2, 6, 8 triple. So in block 1, the digit 1 is forced into row 2. So 1s are guaranteed here. We've already got 1 in row 2, because the digit 1 in block 1 has to go into row 2. So 1 cannot go into this cell, because it sees 1 from block 1. So after eliminating 1 from this cell, it can only be a 3. Another way to see this is just by looking at row 3. 1 is eliminated from the 2, 6, 8 triple, and these cells also see another 1. So in row 3, the digit 1 is forced into this cell. So it's actually the same thing, because if you look at it by having the 1s in row 2 in block 1, you can first place the 3, and then the 8 followed by the 1. So both will get you the same result of having a 1 in this cell. No matter if you say that 1 in block 1 is forced into row 2, which eliminates 1 from this cell, making this a 3, 8, and 1. or just by directly looking at row 3 and placing the 1 in the cell after 1 is eliminated from the triple. Both ways work. They'll have you the same result of having a 1 in this cell, so it doesn't matter too much of which one you use. Just make use of the first method that you see. Doesn't really matter, because same result. So yeah. Now this 3 points left, and 3 cannot go into the 268 triple. So in block 1, the digit 3 is forced into this cell. Over here, it makes this say 5 and 3. This 5 points back to the left, forcing 5 into this cell. Apart from 2 and 7, the other missing digits of block 2 is 8. The missing digits of block 5 are 3, 4, and 7. Okay, which means that these 3 cells contain 1, 5, and 7, as they are the missing digits of row 2. Actually, this cell sees a 3, so for row 6, I can complete it by placing 1, 8, and 3 like this. This cannot contain a 3, sorry, I meant to eliminate 3 from this cell, and these cells also cannot contain 8. So, okay, first of all, I can place 8 in this cell in block 9, and 8 in this cell in block 8, and then I can place the 5s like this, and then this is a 1. Okay, in block 8, the missing digits are down to 3 and 6, but because of this 6, I can complete it by placing 3 and 6 this way. 3 in block 5 is forced into this cell. 4-7 pair makes this the 8, because 7s are here, so this cell cannot contain 7. This 8 makes this 8 2, and this 8 7, which makes this 2, 6, and 8. Alright, we're approaching the end. This, the block, what am I saying? The missing digits of block 4 are 2, 3, and 7. 2 is forced into this cell, which makes this 4, 2, 4, 7. 7 here, which makes this 3. 5 and 7 are the missing digits of column 2, but this cell sees a 5, so I can complete column 2 by placing 7 and 5 this way. This cell also sees 7, so I can make this 1 and 7, 1 and 5, and the Sudoku puzzle is complete. Alright, so I finished today's New York Times Hard Sudoku in a bit over 17 minutes, so I would say this Sudoku puzzle is actually on the tricky side. It's actually quite tricky. Definitely harder than usual New York Times Hard Sudokus. I'll go over the key spots as a quick summary. So because of how the given digits line up, it's not easy to spot something that progresses you a lot. I feel like the first major thing that I saw was the single 1, the naked single 1, and the naked single 2, followed by that. So in block 8, this cell, which ended up being a 1, in block 8, at the intersection of row 8 and column 4, this cell saw 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, so it could only be a 1. This cell was a naked single. It could only be a 1, as 1 was the only possible digit which could go into this cell. And then after the 1, the 2 had the same concept. So it saw the 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So 2 was the only possible digit which could go into this cell after I placed the 1. So these 2 were naked singles. And then, yeah, something happened on the right-hand side that made me place the 6 and 9 up here in block 3. So I got the 3 and 5, as well as the 2, 4 pair. And I could place the 4 in this cell for row 6. I don't know when that happened. I think it was after completing row 8. But again, I don't really recall how that happened. I'm sorry. But another key spot, which I feel like was quite important, was the 268 triple in block 1. The 268 triple in block 1 helped place, or helped finish up column 5. Because, okay, two ways to look at this. It's either the digit 1 in block 1 was forced into row 2 after finding the triple, which eliminates it 1 from this cell, placing the 3, 8, and 1 to complete column 5, or just directly look at row 3. We know that 1 cannot go into the triple, and it basically forced 1 into this cell. So this 268 triple in block 1 actually helped complete column 5. I feel like those were the key spots. If you have any other questions or difficulties, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'll be glad to reply you. Hopefully this video helped. Today is January 15th, 2025. In this video, I've solved Wordle number 1306 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for today. See you all next time. Bye!